Today's story, friends, also very unusual, which will start today. And that is as follows. The Rebbe spoke a lot about Chanukah Geld, and once he said that giving Chanukah Geld, I guess receiving it, giving it, is a school of Ashirus. It's a good omen, as it were, for wealth. Now that year, Chanukah is now, but that year, some months later, weeks later, Parshas Mishpatim. So Parshas Mishpatim is, friends, every year by the Fabeng, the following used to happen. The Rabbi of the Gemilas Chesed, because Parshas Mishpatim has the mitzvah Kesef Talves Ami to free loan, to mitzvah to give a loan to a fellow Jew. So they'd have them lava malka, the gemach that the previous Rebbe established, they'd have them lava malka in 770, and the Rabbi of it, it was Rabbi Yochanan Gordon, and later Rabbi Shimon Goldman would get up at the Fabrengen, and after getting mashke from the Rebbe for the annual Malav Malka to be held that night, he'd put on a streimel. That was the custom. I don't know the reason for it. And he would tell a story. So that year, Rabbi Shimon was quite the scene. The scene, they'd be listening to someone speak is not something you see often, not in public.
Mit a streimel.
He just said that. It was a streimel. And so I don't know why, but that's the minhag. And he said the following story. Rabbi Shimon Goldman passed away not long ago. His son's in South America, in Rio, no? It's his son.
Johannesburg. Yossi, Johannesburg.
He doesn't have a son in Rio de Janeiro?
Noch nicht. No, that's a different Goldman. That's a different Goldman. Goldman married to
Shimon Goldman.
That's Goldman married to Simpson. Shimon Goldman.
The son of Shimon Goldman?
No, he's son of.
Okay, so he told the following story: that Tzaddik of Lachem Chernobyl. So he had a chassid that Reb Nachum of Chernobyl used to stay by him every time he came to this chassid city. On one occasion, when he was about to arrive, Reb Nachum sent a message to this chassid that I'm not staying in your house unless you pay 2,000 ruble. Not only that, Reb Shimon goes on to tell the story of Reb Nachum that if you don't pay the 2,000 ruble, you cannot visit me, the place that I will be staying. You cannot participate in the tefillas or the tish that the Pelisha Rebbes conduct Friday night without payment. Now, the chassid hears this, notwithstanding his tremendous tsar, he could not put together this money, as much as he was driven to. And so Reb Nachum comes to the town, didn't stay by him, and the chassid was not allowed to come and see him. After some time, a poritz, a noble was passing through the town with his soldiers, and he was traveling with the treasure. Now, some of the soldiers, he had no choice in this, stayed in the house of the chassid that they just allotted who stays where, and these were the guys in charge of this chest. I guess it was small, but it was very valuable. And when they left, they left it behind. When they realized that they had forgotten that they came back to the city, they searched every house, but somehow they overlooked it. So they gave up and they left. The chassid opens up the Eitzer. It's exactly 2,000 ruble. He takes the money and runs to Rab Nachum. Rab Nachum said to him, now, he says, you keep the money, it's for you. And now I'll explain to you. Said Rab Nachum to the Chassid, heaven wants to give you Ashiris wealth, but you have to really want it, and you really don't. He was not interested in wealth, this Chassid. He was interested in Parnasa. But heaven wanted to give you wealth. So therefore, I had to arrange things in such a way that you should really want 2,000 ruble. And then, and pray for it. That's what he was doing, the Chassid, to be able to give it. He thought to Rab Nachum. And Rab Nachum says, and now it is yours. So this is what Rav Shimon Goldman tells at the Farbrengen. And most unusually, the Rebbe smiles broadly, and the Rebbe edits the story significantly with a whole lot of ichus, which God willing we will share tomorrow. I'll just tell you how the Rebbe began his comment. The Rebbe is smiling, and he says, in this story, there's a klotzkash, a very big question. And the only way I can answer the question, the Rebbe says, is we have to modify the story. There's some details here that cannot be. And we'll see what the Rebbe does and perhaps appreciate why he's insistent on correcting the story. That Beit Hashem, all being well, tomorrow, back in